bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French.
Sheesh. Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
I could watch these superstars go at it all night, JR.
So could I, King, but all good things must come to an end. Let's just hope it just doesn't end too soon. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that.
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheap, plain and simple. That went nowhere. Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something, quick!
I hope he's not looking for a weapon. That could do some serious damage.
That sledgehammer's gonna leave a mark, JR. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I...
My God! A thunderous blow from that sledgehammer! He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place.
So, King, any predictions about the outcome of this match?
Oh, no. Every time I make a guess as to who's going to win, I never hear the end of it from you.
Maybe that wouldn't happen if you got one right every now and then.
I wonder how far these superstars are willing to go to get the win here tonight.
As far as it takes, King. We've seen them put their bodies on the line time and time again. And I'm sure tonight will be no different.
Let me tell you, JR, you won't see action like this anywhere except on Raw.
That's for sure, King. There's not another brand of sports entertainment out there that can compare with Raw.
Now, if only we could get that through Michael Cole and Taz's heads, then they'd stop running their mouths on SmackDown. You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these supers. I can't believe he countered that one.
His opponent's down, and now he's sharing a piece of his mind.
He's gonna have to eat those words by the end of this match, JR.
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all.
I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, but I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
2,
He's checking under the ring for weapons, JR. I wonder what he's gonna find. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. That last shot busted him open, and the blood is flowing freely.
This is great, JR. Where else besides the WWE can you see this kind of ruthless aggression?
I can't think of anywhere else, King, but I'm afraid I don't share your enthusiasm for this kind of brutality. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it, King.
I can't even imagine what these superstars will put each other through.
I don't think...
Whoops! There goes the referee!
Oh, man! And now there's no one to keep order in this matchup.
What do you think of the match so far, JR?
I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight, King. I can't wait to see what happens next.
I wonder if SmackDown's gonna have anything nearly this good next Thursday.
I think we both know the answer to that one, King. How could they compete with a match like this? I don't think his attempt to get this crowd on his side is paying off.
He's not trying to get the crowd on his side, JR. He's letting everyone know that he's gonna win this one, whether they...
The referee is out, King. Will we see someone take advantage?
I'd be disappointed in them if they didn't, JR. This is a great opportunity. It looks like they're slowing the pace down a bit here.
Maybe so. But one or two big moves could completely change the complexion of this match. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way. These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR, but if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. The referee is down, and now there's no one to maintain order in this match.
Where do they find these referees, JR? They seem to be awfully fragile. Looks like things have quieted down here a bit, JR.
Well, you can be certain that won't last long, King.
That's for sure. I haven't seen the superstar yet who goes down without a fight. It looks like they've slowed the match down a little, and I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anywhere.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the Divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King.
These superstars are putting everything on the line here in this match.
They sure are, and they're doing it all for the WWE fans. Without them, there'd be no WWE.
1, 2, 3.
JR's not going to be happy
4,
about this one, folks. I think one of his favorites is going to get beat like the
6,
proverbial government mule.
I'm not
7,
playing favorites, King. I might have issues with certain superstars as human beings, but I respect their...
Oh boy, here he goes.
1, 2.
I don't think I've ever felt more anticipation during a match than I am right
4,
now, JR.
I know what you mean, King. It's hard to find words to describe the electricity in the air here tonight. Oh, would you look at this. Talk about Eric. It's sickening.
Come on, JR. It's not enough just to win a match. You've got to make it clear who's the dominant superstar.
You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle. And there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars never ignore their fans.
The best superstars also finish off their opponents
3,
instead of giving them time to recover.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I hope these superstars can make it through this match without suffering a serious injury.
So do I, King, but this ain't ballet. This is very intense, physical competition.
These superstars are going to tear each other apart.
That's exactly what the fans paid to see, King, and they're not going to go home disappointed.
We could see a finishing move right here.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just...
Oh, boy! Here it comes! He's obviously not feeling too threatened, JR.
Then maybe he's not smart enough to realize how dangerous his opponent really is.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I can't remember the last time I saw superstars this fired up. I don't think they've even considered the possibility that they might not win this thing.
There's an awful lot of pride on the line here, King. No one in that ring wants to have to go back to the locker room as a loser. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
3.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
8.
You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR?
If they haven't yet, I'm sure they're going to by the end of this match.
Well, I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. That chair was never intended to be used like this. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later. And what a disgusting display. I guess a little sportsmanship was too much to ask for.
You know what they say, all's fair in love and war, JR. And those two sure don't love each other.
There's no room for error when you're on the top rope. These fans love confidence in their superstars. And that's just what they're seeing from him here tonight.
Well, he can do this until the cows come home, but that's not going to win him the match.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You think this is going to be a back-and-forth kind of match? Or do you think this is going to be pretty
6.
one-sided, JR?
I couldn't tell you, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that you can never tell how a match is going to go.
That was a long way to go for a simple, I don't know, JR. This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
1.
Oh boy, this looks like an all or nothing move. No matter who wins this one, everyone's going to feel the effects of this match tomorrow.
No doubt about it, King. But if you win, you don't have to deal with hurt pride on top of it.
1, 2,
He doesn't seem to be too
3.
concerned about his opponent, JR.
4.
Well, he should be. This one's not over yet, and you never know what might happen.
Here he goes.
1.
Up the turnbuckle. This could be
2.
really good or really bad.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Look at these superstars, JR. They absolutely refuse to be intimidated by each other.
There's a determined look in the eyes of these competitors. No one's giving an inch.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective,
This... This match has the potential to be an instant classic, but I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
how can you say that, King? How can you insult the
6.
intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I
8.
heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the
9.
results came back negative.
Ten.
Wow, these superstars left it all in the ring in that match, JR.